Hello and good morning from a beautiful sunny Philippines. And it is really freaking hot today. There we are. That's what it's all about, right? That's why I'm here. not just that. Anyway, welcome to my channel. This is the video for my budget for August. And I just want to thank everyone that's subscribed to this channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And also, if you're new to the channel, then why not subscribe and hit the like button and get notified every time I put up a video. Anyway, let's run the intro and we'll get straight into it. Okay, right. Firstly, on last month's budget, two things. Firstly, I had a comment from one of my subscribers, and I'll put it up here. You can read it somewhere this side, I think. There it is. An interesting comment, and he's absolutely right. It is. It is all about balance of having the right enough money, not overspending. When I first started coming to the Philippines back in 2014, and for all those, there's a photograph of me in St. Carlos City, Negros Occidental, and I was at People's Park. I was a lot younger and a lot slimmer. And I think I had more hair. But there we are. That's another story. Anyway, I started coming in 2014, and I would try and come every year, twice a year, whether that's for 2 weeks each visit, or in most cases it was up to a month. And as a tourist coming then, I would try and cram as much possible in as I could, whether that was island hopping, or paragliding, or flying to different islands like Palawan, etc. And traveling wasn't not a problem. Taxis, jump in a taxi, go, boom. Money was free flowing. I was here for a short time, and I just wanted to make the most of it. So why not? So yeah, you're absolutely right. Now the different story is, the shoe is on the other foot, that although I'm still a tourist and I've got tourist visas staying here, I do have to watch what I spend. Now I'm 53. I haven't got an income. I've literally given up my work. I sold everything back in the UK and come to live in the Philippines. I abandoned ship. I think I said shit. Anyway, I'm sure I said shit. So I have a working capital that I've come across with, and I draw from that. And up until I'm 55, I can then draw my private pension, and I'm looking to take an equity of that pension. You're allowed up to 25% of that pension, tax-free. I'm looking to draw a small portion of that, just to sort of keep the wheels rolling. In fact, I'm thinking about buying a van or something that we can go out more exploring. Anyway, that all depends how the pension looks, because my savings, my ISA, my pension is all into the stock market. And the stock market's it's up and down, but as long as the majority it stays up, we'll be alright. Anyway, that's for another time, another video, right? My rent is fixed every month at 15,000, and anybody interested in the property, to give you an idea of what you can get, are around 15,000. I'm in General Santos City on the Island of Mindanao, so have a look, see what you think. There's a link here if you want to watch that video. But yeah, my rent 15,000. Food also came in at 15,000, which converted to US dollars, $264, or £2.09. £2.10 really in English pounds. And incidentally, that was the other thing. I had a few comments from my family and friends back in the UK of, "Hey, Ed, why did you convert to US dollars and not into British pounds?" Well, the simple fact is that Philippines and the USA are pretty well linked in. So Filipinos are more used to US dollars. Hair and dental, well, a haircut, 140. 140 pesos, $2.50. £2. That's £1 a haircut for me and James. It would cost me back in the UK 18 quid for a haircut. It's a massive saving, right? This is nuts. And it's just hair, I mean, you know. Oh, Goldilocks. Drinking water, 240 pesos. And eating out, just shy of 1,500. I find it sometimes a little bit indigestible eating rice every day, and I need to have a little bit of Western comfort food. So I head off down to our local McDonald's, and we have a little bit of or I do, I have fries and a burger. James tends to have rice and chicken. There we go. Also Jollibee as well. If I go for a Jollibee, I tend to go for its Jolly Burger and Jolly Fries. Subscriptions, 430 pesos. That's standard for me. That is straightforward for my Microsoft Office. I use Office a lot in all my investments. I keep track of them on a daily basis. So it's paramount for me to keep that going. There are free versions out there. I hear people cry, "Hey, you should get free." But right, I'll be honest, no. I'd rather pay, knowing what I can get, and knowing that I'm saving everything to a cloud. I can pull it up on my phone, I can put it on my laptop. Miscellaneous items. Yeah, we went a bit overboard on miscellaneous items, and there are a few reasons behind that. So 8,000 pesos, 141 dollars and 112 quid. And the reason why is the start of the month, poor little James was unwell. He had a fever, and for nearly 2 weeks he was pretty poorly, and he refused to go to hospital. And in the end, I had to contact his family in Kiamba, 2.5 hours away. I paid for transportation for his mum and his his grandmother to come, and they stayed a couple of nights here at the home to help with James, really, because he was pretty stubborn not to go. I had to look, make sure he's scowling at me over there. Yeah, he was pretty stubborn not to go to the hospital. Anyway, he went in the end. He was just absolutely out of it, and the fear was he had dengue fever. Well, that's what we thought. He might have had dengue fever. So we went to hospital. They have done blood works on him, blood test. Luckily, the result was negative. It was just a viral infection, so he was sent back with antibiotics and some kind of inflammatory to bring his temperature down. So after taking them for a few days, he was back to his normal self. So that was an additional cost, and that's why I like to carry a miscellaneous amount each month for emergencies. Or rather, in my case at the moment, I'm stuck on TikTok buying crap from there. My latest buy from TikTok is an air fryer, and it works very well. And the only reason I got that is because everything is fried in the pan with loads of oil, and I find it a bit much. I'm not used to so much oil every time, so I just fancy something different. So I bought this, and we've done chicken in it, we've done pork in it. You know, we've marinated the chicken, we've marinated the pork, we threw it in the air fryer. An hour, 35, 40 minutes later, boom, it's done. So yeah, the air fryer is really important. Try and keep myself healthy. And also the additional costs in sending money to his family and also the hospital. I think incidentally the hospital only cost, I think the blood test he had was 1,000 pesos. And then there was the meds, I believe like 30 pesos or something like that. So it wasn't a massive amount to use up. The majority of the money was going to his family to bring them here. I couldn't expect them to come all the way from Kiamba by bus. And I'm really grateful that they did come. Really grateful. And I couldn't have got James to hospital without their support and effort. So thank you very much. If you are watching, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Load for 2 phones was 860 pesos, which is $15 or £12 in money. That's for 2 phones. That's load using Globe. I think that's less than last month. I got a feeling that is less than last month. I was loading my phone because we had barely any internet, but now we've got internet, and when I go out and about I just load up for the day. Just so much cheaper because I can't see the point of paying for a load if I'm here and I got Wi-Fi connection. So I try and be a bit frugal with that. Every little bit helps, right? Internet, PLDT is our supplier. We pay 1,799 pesos. That's a standard fixed rate, and it's pretty good. We're pretty happy with that, and the service is good at the moment. Water, that is everyday water, is 327 pesos. That's for washing. We shower twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day if we get really sticky and sweaty. Then we use a hose pipe out in the garden to water the plants and for just general use. So that's pretty good. That's pretty cheap at just over $5 there at £4.58 in cash for a month. Electricity is way down from last month. And the reason is, well, let me tell you the cost first. It's 1,574 pesos. I think last month was just over 2,000 pesos. So we've saved 500 pesos this month. Which is just over $27, nearly $28, 22 quid for our electric bill for the month. And the reason it was down is because it's cooler. We're a lot cooler. We're not using the aircon so much now. In fact, I think maybe just when James was a bit sick we had it running, but apart from that it's been off most of the time. We've had the windows open at night and the fans blowing, and that is good enough, guys. That is good enough. It's a lot cooler. So that's massive saving on the electricity. And I think this month, where are we? We're the 5th day, so it is pretty cool. It's a lovely day, to be honest. Garbage seems to be a standard fixture of 80 pesos, so we pay 20 pesos per pickup. I think it's a tip more than a service charge, but anyway, for 20 pesos keeps the peace, keeps them happy. Visas, I retain 4,000 pesos a month, which is about 70 bucks, 55 quid. I keep back every month, so that when I come to renew my visas and extend, I've got the money there. Just makes my life a lot easier rather than coming up to the point and think, I haven't got enough. So I always keep that back. That's ready to go. And I keep 4,000 back for that. That's part of my budget. Traveling is way down, 1,190. Traveling, we use buses, we use trikes, and that is about 21 bucks or 16 quid or 16.65 for traveling, which is still, I think it's still high, but however, we've got to get around and we've got to get about. So no two ways. Bank charges is way down, 193 pesos, £2.71 and about $3.50. And if you have watched last month's budget, again, there's a link if you want to watch that. That was a lot higher. And the reason was because I was using my Wise account, which I was recommended. Now, it is great, don't get me wrong. It is a brilliant app and card you can get. I would recommend it if I was living in Manila. or Cebu, where it's a bigger city, and you can use your card as a payment, contactless, etc. But here in General Santos, no, cash, cash, cash. So drawing out cash on the card in Philippine pesos, well, costing me 250 to use the cash machine. That's 250 pesos to use the cash machine, and I can only withdraw 10,000 pesos a day. So if I was withdrawing 50,000, I had to do that over a period of time. So that would chop up the thing, chop up the expenses, right? So I've gone back to using good old Remitly. Brilliant. It is a lower rate that you get, but there's hardly any additional charges. So if I was to send myself 50,000 pesos, the fee would be £1.99, so £2 fee. That's it. You do pay a lower rate, but you don't have to pay all the other bits that I was with Wise. So that's saved a massive amount of money, and it might only be small change, but it all adds up over the period of time. Every little helps. Right, I'm just going to look at my chart, make sure I've got everything on there. Yep, yeah. So basically, the whole total for August was 50,315 pesos, which was $885 and £7.04. That's pretty good. Where we saved money was recreation and entertainment. So I'm not saying that we were boring this month, but it was particularly a case of James being sick, and then myself, I was a bit sick after that, to be honest with you, and we didn't really feel like going out. And as regards to food, 15,000 pesos on food. We do eat quite a lot, and I just want to show you my fridge. I took this video earlier today. We tend to buy from SM Market. I get all our tinned goods there, all our non-foods there, so toiletries, toothpaste, dishwasher soap, washing powder, detergents, that sort of thing. That's all part of the 15,000, that's all inclusive. And then any other items that we might pick up on the way around, we do that. And then, but all the fresh stuff, James gets up in the morning and he heads off into the market, and he comes back with 2 to 3 carrier bags full of fresh fruit and fresh vegetables and meat as well. And as you can see by the little video that I got running in the background, it's pretty stocked up. Well, we would do that about twice a month just to keep us stocked up. And the quality at the market is very fresh. It's really good stuff. And the other night I made myself a beautiful ratatouille. Now James did not want to touch it. He looked at it and went, no thank you, I'll leave that. But I enjoyed it. It was very nice having something a bit different. So there was me, a British guy, eating a French cuisine in the Philippines. Can't get as mad as that, can you? So there we are. I think that concludes my budget for August. So thanks for all watching. Before you go, James would like to do a routine. He's a bit of a dancer, and he would like to show himself on the camera. So as we fade out this, I will fade in James and he will dance you out. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Incidentally, the next one is going to be an interesting one for you. I'm not going to spoil the plot. Look out for it. See ya. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.